welcome guys to another episode of World War Marvel. As you know, I'm your channel host Adam, and today I have with me...
I'm Ian.
Ian was here when we actually did the unboxing for Atomic Mass Games Marvel Crisis Protocol. And so we are back with our second session of the Training Wheels Protocol, which is a reference completely to the start to the Spider-Man series. So what we're doing today is we're going to play a 4-round game. Up to 10 threats. I think I'm using 9 just because I want to be able to use some of the cards that we're doing. So up to 10 threat. So basically 3 models each, 4 rounds of activations. And last time we just did the basics. This time we're introducing team affiliations as well as team tactics cards. So the team affiliations, Ian's going to be using the Cabal. And I will be using the Avengers. You painted up the Cabal. I've been painting up the Avengers, and so it's super awesome. The Team Tactics cards we just pulled from the Learn to Play book in the scenario in the book for that, just because they're very basic cards, and they'll sort of give us a feel for how everything is.
I still think yours are better.
Maybe.
We'll see.
We'll see, yeah. And then we also have characters that can sort of modify the dice pools and stuff like that for people. Like, I believe Red Skull can allow somebody else to become the target of an attack when he's attacked. Captain America has a shield block, I'm pretty sure. Baron Zemo allows you to modify attacks and defense for your allies as well. And so we're starting to sort of show a little bit more modification of dice pools and some extra sort of modification of the
just showing
dynamics.
Some synergy between the characters. That's right. With the team tactics and everything else. So again, we're only doing 4 rounds. We are playing on a full 3x3 board this time, because when Mike and I did the first session for the Training Wheels Protocol, we just played on like I want to say like a 18-inch area, and it was just like to show movement and everything else along those lines. So without further ado, let's get into this Training Wheels Protocol session number 2. We'll show you guys the rosters, because we do have our rosters here, which is the total of guys that we're bringing. So Ian's bringing the 5 Cabal and bringing the 5 Avengers, and then I'll show you the actual the team for
team.
This man.
Yeah. What the heck is squats?
That's it.
I was just
terminology.
Brain farts. Coming off of a night shift, I got like 4 hours sleep today, so I'm like still not. Coffee has been my friend. So, but I'll show you the squads, show you the board, and then we'll get right into the match from there. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we are with my roster for today. So I'm going to be using the roster of the good half of the core box from Atomic Mass Games for Marvel Crisis Protocol. So we have Iron Man here, then Captain Marvel, Captain America, Spider-Man, Black Widow. The actual squad that I'm using today, I'm going to be using Captain America, because we are using the team affiliations. I'm going to be using Iron Man, just purely because, like I said, we're using the Team Tactics cards from the Learn to Play, and one of them was the Ricochet Blast. So I'm going to, instead of using 2 4-point models, which I was thinking Spider-Man and Captain America and Black Widow, I'm going to use Iron Man, drop Spider-Man, use Iron Man, and then I'll be using Black Widow, so that will take me up to 9 points, or 9 threat. I'm going to leave Captain Marvel and Spider-Man out for today's session. And again, here are the Cabal, well, I guess 4 members of Cabal, and then Doc Ock, just like, I guess, technically Spider-Man isn't an Avenger. So Ian's been busy painting these guys up for me as I've been working on the Avengers side of things, or the good side of things. So thank you very much, Ian, for doing this.
No problem.
Fantastic. You've done a great job, I think. So you have Doc Ock to the left, Baron Zemo, Red Skull, and then Crossbones and Ultron. What are your 3 guys that you're using today?
I'll be bringing
up to 10 threats.
Center 3, the Hydra Pals.
Okay.
So Baron Zemo, Red Skull, and Crossbones.
Nice, good choice. So you're going to be leaving these 2 bigger guys out today. So I'll show you guys the board next. So here we are with the 3x3 board. You'll see like these little pieces here. They're going to be like the corners of the 3x3. So we basically set it up 18 inches from the edge of the mat and 6 inches up. And so when you deploy, we're going to be deploying within range 3 of the line. So you can see that it goes all the way across. And then you can see that I have another one over there and another one behind that truck. So again, we got the bank, we got the billboard up there, which is a thing, some
dumpsters and cars and trucks and everything else. A lot of this terrain is scale Marytown houses. Trees are made by one of my friends, Ben Boomer, here in Canada, well, in Ontario. And then I can't remember where I got the billboard, but I picked that up and stuck my logo for the channel on there. And the bank is literally a piggy bank. Like, there's a slot for the coins on the top, and it lights up and everything. So it's pretty cool. So I'm like, well, that just works perfectly, I think, for terrain, and it's great size. So, and the cars are literally 1/43rd scale die cast cars from Walmart. Cost like $5. Ash from Gorilla Miniature Games, when we were doing another game, he gave me a bunch of these like little scatter pieces as well. I'm not sure where he picked them up. And you can also see I did some other additions. So I started painting up the scatter terrain super quick, just using like GW contrast paints for the base colors, and then I did the blues on like the lamp posts there, and you can see the stoplights and stuff like that. So yeah, so that's basically it. And then yeah, so we'll come back with priority rule first, and then deployment. All right, guys, so here we are, priority rule for the beginning of the game. So how that works, you have 5 dice. You're looking for wilds, which are these swirly symbols, hits, which are those symbols, and crits, which are those symbols. If you have, you tally up number of successes when you have those. If it's a tie, it's whoever rolled the most crits, and then if it's still a tie, whoever rolled the most wilds, and then if you go from there. So if it's whoever had rolled the most hits, but really, if it goes down to hits, you should be tied anyways, so you would just re-roll. So here we go, let's roll. I have 5 dice here, so I have 2 successes. Ian has 3 successes, so because we're not tied, so I got a hit and a crit. Ian has 2 hits and a wild, so he has priority now. In a normal game, you would go through selecting your squad now, doing your team tactics cards, as well as your crisis cards. But in session 3 of the training protocols, training wheels protocol, we're going to get into the crisis cards, which will be next week. Hopefully we can get the video out just before launch of the game, where it will be a full game with everything. So we're going to skip all that. So Ian has priority. I get to choose the side. I'm going to make it really easy. I'm just going to set up on the side that I'm already on, because whoever does not have priority gets to choose their deployment side. And then basically when you deploy within range 3 of the back of the board. Now, cool thing is with this, range 3, when it says within range 3, it's not completely within range 3. So you don't have to be completely within. You can have the back of your model at that range 3 marker.
As long as you're partially within range 3?
As long as you're like, so if say this was here, I'm just going to move this truck for a second. This is range 3 here, okay? If I take Iron Man, and if he's touching, that's still technically within, because he's at that very edge of it, you know what I mean? There is no completely within range here. So in this game, I should say, and that was directly from Will Pagani. There was a question that was raised on one of the Facebook groups, and so he's like, "Yeah, there's no completely within, so you can sort of like modify that range." So like the Hulk with his base being so big, you know what I mean? It might restrict his movement, but you don't have to be completely within range 3 at the back. Or is it range 2? I don't know. I'll have to double check the ranges here in a second, but like within range of that back. I think it's actually range 2 of the back, not range 3, because that's a 6-inch area. I think it's range 2, but I'll double check. So Ian's first deployment is Crossbones, all the way down there beside the telephone booth, and it is range 3. I did double check, but I was like, oh, you know, maybe it's range 2 because it's 3 inches, but no, it's range 3 for deployment. So I'm going to do Black Widow. Black Widow is going to go, we're going to have some fun on this side of the board with you, sir. So she's going to come right there, like so. Right like so. Ian's second deployment is Baron Zemo all the way over there. And so I'm going to do Iron Man next. Iron Man, you can just hang out right down here. Right, you're going to have a seat on this bench. No, you're going to hang out right beside Black Widow down there, like so. And lastly, but not least, Red Skull is back there behind everybody, just like Captain America is back here between Iron Man and Black Widow, like so. So with that said, Ian, you have priority. So you get first activation. So how the rounds are broken down again, they're the phases, I should say. There's 3 phases. You have your power phase, activation phase, and the cleanup phase. So, beginning of the power phase now, each character gains 1 power. So everybody's going to get a power token and put on their card. So let's open up these token things and do that. So after everybody gains a power token, as you can see we did that and that there, you resolve any player effects that happen during the power phase, starting with the player that has priority. Ian, you have none at this point in time.
Correct.
And then I have none. And then you resolve any effects of your crisis cards that happen during this phase. And we aren't using crisis cards because we're just doing 4 rounds, 3 activations each, and go from there. So we go into the activation phase. Activation phase, resolve any effects that happen at the start of the activation phase, starting with the player that has priority, and then resolve crisis effects after that. We don't have any effects right now that take place at the beginning of your activation phase, so you just get your first activation. So we'll see what Ian does. So Ian, your first activation is going to be what?
I'm going to activate Crossbones, and he's going to move.
Yeah.
And then he's going to move again.
So how movement is, you have the movement gauges there, as Ian's using with Crossbones. His is only a small, so they come in 3 sizes: small, or short, medium, and long. And so he's going to do 2 moves, and so he just places the movement gauge at the front of the base and then goes to the back. Now, mind you, you can move over things that are equal to your size or smaller. So he's size 2, so he can move over size 2 things, so like the benches and stuff like that. Trucks, I think we said, was size 4.
Size 4, yes.
And then cars are size
Cars
3.
are size 3.
This telephone booth and like dumpsters are size 2. These are size 1, I'm pretty sure. Pretty cool thing, like I said in the review with Ian, is they all have sizes on the bottom of them, so it's great in that sense. So yeah, but then if you can't, say you want to climb over something that's bigger than you can only move short and climb that distance, but there's no like height measurement, so it's pretty cool that way. With that said though, Crossbone, you just throw it on his card if you want, or you can put it there. So he has an activation token that Ian just placed there beside Crossbone to show that he's been activated. Black Widow is going to be my first activation, and so she's going to just move, and basically just move like over there. I can draw a line of sight to Crossbones here. I'm going to see if I'm in range for an attack for my second action. So my second action is going to be a pistol attack. It is range 3, so you can measure in advance. You just can't use more than 1 measuring gauge to pre-measure. You can only use 1. So I am in range 3. I can draw a line of sight because I can see your base off to the side of the truck because it is base-to-base movement, and I'm Godzilla all of a sudden, destroying trees and everything too. So I will be getting a pistol attack on Crossbones. But with that said, you now have cover because you are within range 1 and obstructed by a terrain piece, so you will be getting a cover bonus from this. So here we are, I have my 4 dice, but let's cover first. That's wonderful, we're covering cover. So how cover works, like it says, you have to be, there's 3 things that you need to have to gain cover. You have to be within 1 inch, or range 1, which is 1 inch, sorry, of a terrain feature that is the same size or larger than you, the truck. Okay, it's size 4. A straight line can be drawn from any portion of the attacker's base to any portion of the defender's base through the terrain feature, which you can. You're obscured, but I can still see your portion of your base. And the attacker is not within range 2 of the defender. I'm within range 3, not within range 2. So what that gives you is during the modified dice step of an attack, a defending character may benefit from cover, or a defending character benefiting from cover may change one result to a block symbol. Okay? So let's go into the attack sequence. I went through this quite a bit last game, but we'll do it again for this one, and then we'll just speed it up with the rest of them just so you are more aware, Ian, as well. So I chose an attack, which is my pistol attack, declared my target, which is my Crossbones, which is Crossbones. I paid the cost, which is 0. I create my attack dice pool, 4 dice, 4 dice. Ian creates his defense pool, which is physical, which is 4. And then we roll attack dice. Let's see what happens here. All right, so I got a crit and a success. Ian rolls his defense dice. So he has a block and a wild, so he has 2 successes right now. Resolve any criticals. I do have a crit here, so I get to roll 1 extra die, but if this is a critical, it won't spawn like another reroll, okay?
No exploding crits?
No, so it's a failure. So that's nothing.
And then cover is going to generate an automatic
Yeah, so that's
block for me?
well, that's at the modified dice steps. Yeah.
Okay.
So, so let's see if I have any modifications possible. I can't modify any of my attack dice. I have no abilities that can do that. Ian can modify his attack dice into, because of cover, he modified one that was not a failure, because if it's a skull, you can't modify it at all. Turned it into another deep block die. And then you calculate success or failure. So I failed because I only had 2 successes. You are 3. So you take no damage. And I gain no power. And you gain no power. And actually, I don't think Pistol... Yeah, Pistol didn't gain me power anyways. And I just take an activation token and put it beside her because she's now done. She has her 2 actions. Ian, you have your next activation planned. And
I do.
Who's it going to be?
So I'm going to activate the Red Skull.
Okay.
He's going to move medium.
Yep. And move medium a second time as well, probably.
Possibly.
We'll see. Like so. Coming up the board. Like so. I'm eventually going to have to paint all these things because like the detail on them are just super cool. So he's hiding behind a telephone booth. Who's he going to call? Ghostbusters. No, I'll stop. I'll come back after Ian decides.
I'm going to move again, actually.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
And then I'm going to use a superpower.
Okay. You can use superpowers at any point during your turn, but it can't be like in the middle of your actions, if you know what I mean. Unless it's a reaction that restricts things and everything else. Superpower? What superpower?
My friend here.
You're going to come up? Okay. We'll see what he does. And he ends his movement right there like so. And what superpower are you going to use?
I am going to use the Cosmic Cube, which costs 0 power.
What? It can't cost 0 power.
Oh, actually, no, I can't do that. Because it takes an action.
And you just use 2 actions.
So I'm going to move and be done.
And then be done. Yeah. In all honesty, that's a lot of what I think this first round of most of these games are. And any games is just jockeying for position. So I'll do Iron Man next, I think. So Iron Man's going to be my next activation. He's just going to go flying forward, destroying terrain and everything else. And he's just going to go there like so. I'm going to see if... I have some people in range 4 for an attack, because I do have an attack here, Repulsor Blast, which is a range 4, strength 4 thing. Do I have...
How does line of sight work with allied characters?
You can see through other models.
Okay.
Yeah, so they don't obstruct your view. Terrain does, though. So is Red Skull in range 4? Or is it
just out?
Just out, so okay. I'm going to target Crossbones again with a Repulsor Blast from Iron Man with my second action. Alright, so I've chosen my attack, which is Repulsor Blast, and Crossbones is a target. I can see his base. He will have cover, so that's good. So I paid the power cost, which is 0, created my dice pool, which is 4 attacks. I am actually going to do something else really cool this turn as well. I have a thing called Friday... Oh, it's 3. Never mind. I can't do that. It's 3 power. I was like, yeah, I'll do this.
You're getting excited about power.
Yeah, but I can't use it. So I have 4 dice. You created your defense pool. And what is Crossbones?
It is just 2.
2. All right.
Doesn't do so well with the energy.
Let's see what happens. Come on, roll good. Well, that's 2. Okay. Successes at this point in time. You do have cover, which is good for you. Well, Crossbones is taking it on the chin. He just got a block and a crit.
I eat repulsors for breakfast.
Yeah, you eat repulsors for breakfast. That is for sure. I do have a wild there, though. So I have something called push. Before the character is dealt, damage is dealt to this character, push that target character away small. So I will be pushing him away small.
Even if he wouldn't be dealt damage?
Yeah. So it still has the effect of that. So again, just like a throw, you sort of do like the triangular thing for when it's away, and you do it on the side closest to the attacker for when you're pushing away, or if it's towards, you would do it on the opposite side. Now, it doesn't have to be directly back. That's the cool thing. It can be off to the side as long as you don't cross that line. Nice. So I'm going to push you over here. And basically, it's going to be like you're going to be hitting that the terrain piece there, the parking meter, because once you hit terrain, you're done. Now, if this was a throw, you would take a point of damage for collision, But because it's a push, you don't actually take damage. It's not treated like that. But the mechanics are basically the same, except you don't take the damage from the push. So I just pushed it back slightly. Yeah, I wonder who you're activating next, Ian.
Oh, that would be Baron Zemo.
He like flies all over the place. Like he's super fast.
Now, what could he possibly be doing?
Charging up and going sword fighting time. Maybe.
I don't think he can get that close yet. But
Oh yeah.
he's gonna
try. We'll see what happens.
actually do
So
the thing.
after his move action, gets him there. And then how much is your charge ability? Your
Charge costs 2.
Okay. So you don't have it at this point in
For
time.
now, he's just going to move again.
Yeah. So
He's
moving
going
on
for a
up.
stroll in the park, maybe?
Maybe.
Or is he going to get stupid aggressive? Nah, he's
Come on. Come on, be aggressive. No, he's going to go set up something over there,
going to feed the squirrels.
Squirrels? Like Squirrel Girl?
Yes, he's going to feed the squirrel girl.
No, all right. So that is his activation. He will get an activation token as well. And then it will come back to my last activation for round 1, which will be, where is he? Captain America down there. First action for Captain America is going to be a movement, like so. Right up there. Cap's second action is just going to be coming on up. He's going right for said Red Skull. Why not? Why not? We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. So that is the end of Captain America's activation. So he gets the activation token. It's nothing exciting really this round happening except for getting up towards each other. So that is the end of the round. You still have priority marker because I had last activation. But if you had the last activation, it would have switched hands.
Okay.
So we have the cleanup phase now. So what the cleanup phase is, and I'll go over that quickly. Players score victory points. Not happening right now because we're just playing 4 rounds, and basically you're going to see who has the most knockouts or the most injured guys at the end of this, basically. Resolve the player effects, or we just play to have fun, and whatever happens, happens. I really don't care. Let's just throw some dice and play some Marvel. So we resolve player effects that occur during the cleanup phase. I don't think we have any at this point in time. And then we resolve crisis effects or crisis cards. Don't have those either. Characters with a dazed token remove all damage tokens, special conditions, and the dazed token, and then flip the card to the injured side. If the player who activated the last character during the activation phase has the priority token, they pass it to the opponent. And remove all activation tokens, which we're going to do. So Ian can remove his activation tokens from there. And then move the round tracker 1. So we're on to round 2 next. And Ian will have first activation after the power phase, which will all gain 1 power. Alright, Ian. Who's going to be your first activation for this turn?
It will be Baron Zemo this time.
Baron Zemo, hiding in the trees, feeding the squirrels. What are you going to do with him?
I'm going to start with superpower action.
What?
Which will be charge.
No.
So I'm going to spend 2 power.
Okay.
And I can do a long move and immediately follow with an attack action.
That's crazy. I don't like this. I don't like where you're going with this.
So long move is kind of like a lot of places. Everybody's kind of within long.
The fence. Did we say the size of the fence?
What size would you like the fence?
I don't know. I don't know what the size it would be. Let's look the book.
Okay.
See what happens. Size 2 for these fences, I think, is what we're going to do. So, but either way, Ian's just going to be able to move wherever he wants.
Charging around past Cap.
Yeah.
He's got his sights set on Black Widow.
Okay. So my stealth has no ability here because you're within range 3, so you're able to attack me.
I'm going to make a sword strike because it costs 0 power.
Absolutely.
And that is a 5 dice attack.
Okay, it's a physical attack.
Yes.
Correct. So Black Widow's physical defense is 3, but she does have martial arts. So when this character is defending against physical or energy attacks, attacking it from within range 2, which you are, this character adds blanks to its defense rolls. That's pretty good. Yeah. All right, so you have 5 dice. So I have my dice here. You declared, you paid the cost, everything else. Let's see what happens. Wowzers!
So 3 crits and a hit.
Wowzers! Let's see what happens. All right, so I got 1 actually.
Your blank counts as well.
That's my only one.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
that's my only one. The other one is hit. So Ian's gonna let me retro this. We're gonna keep his roll, obviously. And so I'm gonna show off actually talking with Ian about it. The bodyguard ability. So it costs 2 power normally. Allows me the ability itself. When another allied character within range 2 is targeted by attack, so Black Widow is within range 2, this character may use a superpower. That character becomes the target of the attack, or this character, sorry, becomes the target of the attack, regardless of range and line of sight. Because I have the leadership ability today, unlike any other, each turn you may reduce the power of the first superpower used by each allied character by 1 to a minimum 1, so it only costs 1 power to use that. So now Captain America is the target, and so he would roll his defense. Okay. Sorry, I know I already rolled that, but like we were saying, it's just I think it was good to sort of.
I'm getting 3 more hits anyways, so hopefully that
comes out nicely. 3 crits is fantastic. All right, so
still got 1.
I got 1. I still got 1, so it really doesn't matter. So then at this point in time, after this, we both rolled. We resolve critical, so Ian has 3 crits there, so he's going to use 3 dice of mine. I don't have enough dice for him. He's going to roll those again and hopefully get more hits.
And I got 2 more hits.
2 more hits. So you have 5 successes there. Okay.
6.
What?
3 crits and 3 hits.
Yes, you're right. You have 6 successes there. I have 1 success here with a wild. I take 5 damage, which is enough to incapacitate or daze Captain America at this point in time.
And I gain 5 power.
And he gains 5 power as well. All right, Baron Zemo's the next go, so he is now dazed. We'll give him the dazed marker. I think it's the one with the stars. I'm not sure what all these different tokens actually are, so I'm going to give him that as the dazed marker. So you can't target Captain America again, and he cannot activate again, actually, this turn. So
for my second action, I'm going to follow up with a Steel Rush back on Black Widow.
Okay.
Which, after I resolve the attack... also, Captain America is bleeding.
Yeah, well, it's not going to matter at this point in time because he's dazed.
So after this, I can advance.
Advance what? Small?
Medium.
Medium? Oh, my goodness. All right.
So that's going to cost me 2.
Okay, so you pay the power.
And this is actually a 6-die attack.
Oh, my goodness. I got 3 here with Black Widow's physical attack. She does have martial artist, but yeah, we'll see.
So just 3 that time.
Just 3. Just 3, he says. Let's see what I get here. So that's 2. Okay. Because martial arts allows me to create blanks into successes.
So you'll take 1 damage,
I'll take 1 damage.
Bleed, and I will gain 1 power.
She does have bleed?
Yes.
Okay. So she gets bleed, and she's going to take 1 power because she only took 1 damage, which there is the damage token as well.
I will advance.
Next, Baron Zemo gets advanced the medium. Where is he gonna go?
He's gonna run away.
Yeah, gonna run away. Never say goodbye.
He's gonna run away.
Just like so. Yep, sounds good.
Not all the way, but just to there.
Yeah. Sounds fabulous. Fabulous. Not really.
And he's done.
All right. Iron Man's first activation, he's going to repulsor blast Baron Zemo. It is a energy attack, Ian. 4 dice, sir. 4 dice.
Okay, against my 3 energy.
Let's see what happens. I'm going to roll. Hopefully rolling well. Oh my goodness. Don't even bother rolling. Don't even bother.
No modifiers.
I got no modifiers whatsoever at this point in time. That was garbage. Oh my goodness. That was garbage. All right.
You rock the truck.
Second action. I'm
want to do it again?
Gonna do it again because I'm trying to gain some power here without dying. Let's see. We got 2! Yeah! That's something.
Defense. All right.
You got a crit. Okay, so you're not going to take any damage. I'm going to resolve the world and push you small. So basically all I'm going to do is I'm going to push him away. And I'm going to push him back this way. Just like
going to the curb.
Right into the curb of that. Yeah, basically. How does that? Just because of the whirl gives me the repulsor thing. Again, didn't get any power though, because I can't roll anything right now. So that is going to be Iron Man's activation. Crossbones is next. What are you going to do with him, Ian?
So he's going to move.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't like being behind this truck anymore.
No. Not that you can get to anybody with this movement yet. I'm assuming you're going to be able to attack, though.
And I'm going to use my overpower attack, which costs 2 energy.
Okay.
And it's range 3.
Okay. You're definitely within range 3.
So I'm going to target
Black Widow?
Black Widow.
Or Iron Man. They're both within
for Black Widow this time.
Sounds good. Is it a physical attack? Yes.
It is a physical attack.
3
It's
defense.
5 dice, and yeah. After this attack is resolved, place this character within range 1 of the target, and then throw.
Oh my goodness. Oh my
So
goodness.
we'll see if we can do some things.
Yes. All right. So you roll. Ooh, that's 4 successes. I got. Come on. I got 3. So she's gonna take 1 damage.
And then I'm going to roll this for the crit.
Yep. I can't modify mine anymore.
And that's a failure.
That's a failure.
So still 1.
I take another damage on Black Widow. And another power.
Sorry.
Bam.
And I'm
So move within range 1. So is it 2 within range 1 of the target, or you move range 1 of the target? Okay.
place this character within range 1 of the target.
Yeah, so just like, bam.
And then throw if the character size 2 or less. Before damage is dealt, this character may throw it small.
Okay. So is it throw away? Or does it just say throw?
It just says throw.
Okay, so what you do is you take the small movement gauge, and you can draw it in any direction. You can throw it in somebody else,
Throw you.
which could damage him.
Yeah, you're going to have to make a dodge roll, but
That's
I'll try
right.
it anyways. Let's see what
Okay.
happens.
All right, so she's going to come and go bam into Iron Man. And then he needs to make a dodge roll, which is 4 dice for him, because it's a physical. And let's see if he can dodge out of the way. Well, 1. So I think he's going to take 2, because I think it's you get size plus 1 damage when you have somebody thrown for a collision. Let me double check that though. So I'm going to take 2 damage on Iron Man at this point in time from that throw. I think he's going to gain 2 power as well due to the fact that it is an attack. I think. I'm going to double check that. So I'm just going to set these power actually off to the side for right now. And then Black Widow also suffers 1 more damage.
Also, Crossbones normally wouldn't get energy from this attack,
Yeah.
but because of Master of Evil from Red Skull,
Yeah.
he will gain 1 power.
Yeah. So, all right. So that is. You got nothing else, Ian?
And Zemo will get 1.
You got nothing else, correct?
Currently, that's it for him.
All right. Sounds great. We'll do Black Widow next. All right. So Black Widow is my next activation, and only activation I have left this turn. First action is going to be Shake. So what Shake is, because she has the status effect Bleed, which means at the end of her activation, she takes a damage. She would be at 4 damage, and that would incapacitate her, or daze her, I should say. But I don't want her to be dazed yet, so she's going to Shake, which removes 1 special condition, so that is going to get rid of that. See you later, Bleed! And then she has 1 other action then to do, so she's just going to do an attack on... she's going to do an attack, I think, on said Crossbones. I think she's going to do a strike, which is range 2. It's an energy attack, though.
Okay.
So. I completely have missed using Counter-Strike up against Crossbones. I could have dealt like 4 damage to him, or up to 4 damage. But either way, I'm going to use Strike. It's not going to cost me any power. I'll hopefully gain power equal to any damage dealt. And if I draw, or if I'm able to roll a wild, this attack is resolved, the target loses 1 power. So, so let's see. Come on, dice, don't fail me now. Whoa, there's 2.
Okay. Defense time.
Yep.
And I block it.
You got a crit and a hit.
Yes. So I'll have to roll this again.
That's right. So re-roll that 1. This is your energy defense. So,
Yes.
so you
And
take
that's a blank, so I will take 1.
You will take 1 damage. And then...
I am going to spend a power to use Inured to Pain and reduce my damage suffered by 1.
Okay. What is that from?
From this reaction ability.
Okay, it's his reaction superpower? Yes. Okay, so you take no damage. But you're at a power now anyways.
Yes.
Well then. I did cause you damage. So I would take a power though for causing you a damage at that point in time. Pretty sure. Never mind, the reading of the ability says that if he would suffer damage, which means he hasn't technically suffered at that point in time. So that is her activation. I have no other activations. You have 1 last one, which is Red Skull. Correct?
Correct.
All right. What is Red Skull going to do, I wonder? We'll see. Ian. Red Skull's next, right?
Yes, Red Skull will be activating.
Okay.
He's going to move medium.
Yeah.
He's just going to switch the side of the street there.
Okay.
And he's going to use a Cosmic Blast, which will cost 1 power.
Okay. Is it only 1 power?
Yep.
Oh my goodness.
And it is range 4.
Yeah.
And 5 attack.
Yeah.
And if I hit you before damage is dealt, the target character will lose 1 power for each whirl in your wild in the attack roll.
That is crazy.
So I will take that amount of power, but we'll see how that goes.
Yeah. So does my martial arts kick in? Are you within range 2? No, you're not, so I don't get my martial arts. You are within range 3, so you can see me. It's an energy attack.
Yes.
I only have 2 defense here, sir. Let's see what you get.
Go dice. I get.
You got 2. A wild and a hit.
That means I can steal 1 power.
Let's see what I get here. I got nothing. Bam! So what is the effect?
So before damage is dealt,
Yep.
the target character will lose 1 power for each wild.
Yeah.
And this character gains that amount.
There you go. So you add 1 wild. So she's going to take 2 damage?
Yes.
2 damage. So 2 damage, which will bring her up to 4. Which means I gain 1 power, because you can only gain up to the maximum that you actually suffer. So that's that. And she is dazed as well. So, all right. You had priority.
Correct.
So now it goes to me, because you had the last activation. So we do the cleanup phase. So at this point in time, what we do is cleanup phase. So players score victory points, not happening. Resolve any player effects, not happening. Resolve effects from crisis cards, not happening. Daze tokens, remove all damage, flip the cards basically. And then, yeah. So let's see if I can actually stand up and do something after being dazed.
Now, when you flip, do you retain your energy?
Yes, you do.
Perfect.
Yeah, all the power. Getting rid of my tokens here. Iron Man. Oh, you know what I was forgetting with Iron Man is this is invincible Iron Man. For each damage, it goes down to 1.
Ah.
Yeah. So technically he would only have 1 damage from that throw, not the 2. So, and then he has 6 with Captain America. So, oh, wrong token spot. But that's okay. So there they go. So my first activation, I think Cap needs to just slap Iron Skull a little bit is what I think needs to happen. I think. I'd love to do it to Baron Zemo, but like he's all the way over there. I don't know if that's going to happen. I should. He is like, I just want, how much health does he have or stamina?
He has 5.
Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness, that's crazy. All right, we'll see. I'm going to activate Cap first. He's going to take a shield throw, and he's going to throw it at, ooh, hold on. Give me a second. Scrap that. I'm not actually going to do the ricochet shot or shield throw. I'm going to do shield slam. So if the target is size 2 or less, this character is thrown small. So I'm going to do a shield slam into Iron Skull there. Iron Skull. Mixing Iron Man and Red Skull. Can I borrow one of those dice, Ian? It is a 6 power attack. Physical up against Red Skull. What is his physical defense? 4. Oh, come on. So here we go. 6. Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. You can do this all day. That's only 2. Not good. And no wilds either. Okay, so you block 2. So it doesn't do anything to you. Dude. So if the target is size 2 or less after this attack is resolved, it may be thrown small. Or short. So I'm going to throw him. I'm going to throw him short. I'm going to throw him into the bench. So he's going to take a damage from hitting that bench at least. Bam! Like so.
What type is it?
It's physical. Alright guys, so Captain America's second activation, he's going to do shield throw up against Red Skull. So it's range 4, so you're within range 3.
Okay.
And so, also that bench is destroyed by you being thrown into it as well.
Also there's no more bench.
No more bench. No, you destroyed it. So it's 4 dice, range 4, which you're in range. I don't need line of sight or cover from this. So it is physical, so you get 4 dice as well. Come on, roll well. Give me a wild. Well, that's 3 successes. That's good. I will take it.
I got 2.
Okay, so you're going to take a damage. I don't have any wild, so I don't get to ricochet it off anybody, though. So that's damage on Red Skull. Man, my dice are not doing much at this point in time, and that costs 0 power as well, shield throw. So, and that is Captain America and his activation, like so. Zemo's going to be your next activation, Ian. What are you going to do with him?
He will be charging into Black Widow.
Okay, sounds good.
So long.
Long is right there. Yeah.
Theirs.
Oh, absolutely. You could get away last time. So, and like it's what, range 2 or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So I'm going to use Bodyguard. When another allied character within range 2 is targeted by an attack, this character may use this superpower. This character becomes target of the attack, and regardless of range and line of sight.
Okay.
So I'm definitely within range 2, and that costs 2 power normally, but because of his leadership ability, it costs 1, so we'll get rid of 1. And then I'm actually going to use, on top of that, when this character is a target of a physical or energy attack, it may use this superpower and add 2 dice to the character's defense. Now, what is the strength of this attack? Is it 5 or 6?
This is a 5. I could do a 6 if I want to, but I don't want to yet. So this is going to be a 5 attack, but I am going to spend 2 to do Master Swordsman, which will let me re-roll any number of attack or defense dice. So in this case, attack dice.
So I'm going to put this 1 power back, and because in total I'm using 3, because I'm using Vibranium Shield, that gives me 2 extra dice to my defense. So I have 6 defense dice at this point in time, and because I can do this all day when defending against attacks, this character adds blanks to its defense rolls. All right, so this is 5.
5 with as many rerolls as I would like.
Okay.
So at what point do rerolls happen?
Rerolls happen during your modified dice step.
Okay.
After you do the criticals, so.
So
all right.
To start, I've got a crit and a hit.
Hit. Okay.
And,
that was blank. I have 6 dice at this point in time. Can I use one of the blanks for a second? So here we go. Come on, Cat. You got this. That's not bad.
A whole bunch of hits and crits.
That's 2 crits and a hit. Or a block, sorry.
That's pretty nice.
Was that was a blank?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that also counts because he can do this all day. So that's 4 at this point in time. So at this point, you get to resolve your crits. So take one of these, and then nothing, and then you modify your own dice. So I have 2 crits here. So I need. I'm gonna roll this, see what it is. So that's another crit. So that's 5. Technically, and then I need to re-roll 1 more. All right, so that's 6 at this.
Oh, because your blanks count.
Yeah. So I had 2 crits, and they both succeeded. So my blanks count. So I'm at 6 so far. Okay. Now you get to modify yours.
So I can't beat it because the most I could get is 5.
Oh yeah. So then So he just takes it off the shield, and away it goes. Yeah. So no damage to Captain America. Okay, so second action after Captain America didn't do anything, or didn't take any damage. What are you doing with Baron Zemo's second action?
Baron Zemo is going to spend 2 power to do Steel Rush.
Okay.
It's a 6 die physical attack.
Yeah. I have 3 physical defense with martial arts, so hopefully.
One of these.
Yep. Let's see what you get. You get 1 hit. So let's see if I get defense. Can you re-roll anything at this point in time? I get 3 successes.
I am not within 2 of Red Skull currently.
Yep.
And I don't have enough to spend on anything else. So
okay. So I am 3 successes at this point in time. He has a special ability that allows him to re-roll 1 defense or attack die, though. That's innate, the very bottom one there.
Oh, strategic. Yes, that's true.
So
let's do that.
Yeah, you might as well. That's a
wild?
Still a wild, so that's 2.
Yeah.
Still not enough. Yeah. I am, after the attack against this character is resolved, you may use the superpower. If the attack is within range 3, roll 4 dice, deal 1 damage for each crit or wild. So because it's Black Widow's first superpower of the round, it only costs 1 because Captain America's thing. I'm going to roll 4 dice for each crit or wild. You're going to be taking damage. There's 1, so you're going to take 1 damage on Zemo. Okay. You get to move away after Steel Rush.
I get to make a medium advance.
Yeah, dude.
Which will be going back here between the 2 of these guys.
Sounds good. Like so. All right, that's that.
That is it.
Okay, sounds good. Iron Man is going to be my next activation this round. He is still sitting pretty good. I'm going to play one of my Team Tactics cards, though. This is why I took Iron Man. So I'm using a Ricochet Blast. So what it says is if it's Iron Man's activation, he's within range 4 of Cap, which he is. They may both spend 2 power. This is why I didn't body guard the second attack on Black Widows, because I didn't want to use the last 2 power. So I'm going to spend 2 power from both of these guys to play this card. While within range 4 of Captain America, Iron Man may use the Ricochet Blast as shown above once this activation. Range and line of sight are measured from Captain America instead of Iron Man when making this attack. Iron Man may reroll any number of attack dice during this attack as well. So that is pretty good. I am going to put it on... Who am I going to put it on?
And this is an energy attack?
It is an energy attack when I go to use it, yeah. So I'm thinking I'm going to be putting it on good old Red Skull over there, I think. Alright, so I'm going to do that Ricochet shot right now. I'm going to do 7 damage into Red Skull because he hasn't activated yet, correct? It's an energy attack, so can I use 2 of your dice so I can have 7, please? And thank you.
That is insane.
Yeah, and I get to reroll any of these, as long as obviously they're not failures.
I'm going to spend 2 for Hail Hydra and change the attack to Baron Zemo.
Okay, Baron Zemo it is. Well then, Zemo, let's see what happens to you. 7 and dice. Bam! Alright, so that's 4 successes so far, with 1 crit.
Okay.
So, what is his energy defense? 3?
3.
You got 2 successes, that's pretty good.
And I'm going to re-roll the blank because of Strategic Genius?
Yeah, well, let me do the crits first, and we'll go from there.
Step.
Not at this step, exactly. So, I have 1 crit, so I'm going to roll for the extra. So, here's the crit roll. It's a blank, so it's nothing. And then you have no crits, right?
Correct.
And then we modify our own dice, so it starts with the person that has priority. So I get to reroll any of these due to this special ability. You may reroll any number of attack dice rolls for this. So I'm going to reroll these 3. Let's see if I get anything else extra out of this. All right. That's going to be 7 damage coming your way.
Okay.
Let's see if you can get another block or something out of this.
I need this.
Yes, you do. That's another block. So you're going to have 4 coming at you. What's his stamina?
It is 5.
So he is dazed.
Now, is there a way to mitigate this? I don't think so.
I don't think so either, sir. So he is dazed. He goes down. That's okay, because I had 2 guys dazed already, so it is what it is. Up next, Iron Man's going to go again. Before he goes, though, for his second action, he's going to use Friday AI because it's his first power this turn. It drops the cost from 2 or 3 down to 2. What that does is it adds 2 dice to the next attack roll. So I'm going to do a 6-die Repulsor Blast, which costs 0, into Crossbones right in front of me right there. Okay? All right.
An energy attack again?
Energy attack, yep. So, come on, dice, don't fail me now! Bam! So far, that is 3 successes. Yep, nothing.
Do I still benefit from Baron Zemo because he is...
No, you have to be active for special powers to go off. Leadership would still go off, because it's when the person's on the board, but superpowers is only when they're actually active. Okay, so I have 2 crits here. I'm going to roll those. You have 6 on him, 6 health though, right? Yeah, so let's see what happens. I got nothing. So 3 damage, and I get 3 power. You get 3 power, though, as well on Crossbones. All right, Crossbones is next. For Ian, what are you going to do with him?
He's going to attack with Strike on Black Widow. Just straightforward punching.
All right, let's see what you do. What's the dice, 5?
5.
Oh, man. She has defense of 3 dice. Well, that's 3 successes. That's good. That's good. And you can't re-roll any of those failures, so you know you're not getting any more. Come on, I need something good here. Martial Artist, because you are within range 2, this character gets to add blanks to its total successes, so I'm only going to take 1 damage. Okay.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
I'll get a power for it.
Absolutely. I will also get a power for it. But after attacking against this character is dissolved, you may use a superpower, so I'm going to do it twice. She's already done it against Baron Zemo this turn, so I have to pay 2. Price? Yeah, so she's paying 2. So I'm going to roll 4 dice. I need crit and wild. Let's see what I can do. Nothing! That's okay. That's okay. All right.
Okay, so for my second action, I am going to do Strike again. Yeah. But I'm going to spend 4 to make it a Haymaker.
A Haymaker? So what does that do?
Strike or overpower attack made by this character adds 3 dice to its attack roll. So it will be an 8 attack.
Oh, okay. Let me see. Hold on a second here. Oh, those are all brace for impact. Yeah, no, okay.
See what happens. This is insane. Do you need more dice?
I'll need 3 more.
Here.
Okay, thanks.
I see lots of skulls.
I see
and some
2
blanks.
crits and 1 hit.
Yeah. I'll take 3 of those skulls, please. Okay, let me see what I can do. Well, I got 2 successes. If that was a hit, that would have been good. So I got 1 right now. Okay. I don't get to... Yeah, I don't get to do anything with that. So, okay.
Rolling crits.
Yeah. Reroll crits.
2, I'll roll this.
Yeah. So that's 5. You need to do this. Even if you do this, you're going to be out, I think. Yeah, I think she's going to be out after this, no matter what. Yeah, so that's only 2. That takes you down to 3 successes. So that causes 4 damage, which incapacitates Black Widow. Alright, so Black Widow is removed, and then Crossbones is done. So we have Red Skull next. And that is that. Uh-oh. What are you doing with Red Skull, Ian?
So Red Skull is going to use a Cosmic Blast on Captain America.
Sounds good.
And so that's going to cost him 1.
Yep.
He's going to spend an additional 1, along with Crossbones, to do 1-2 punch. So when the active character targets a character, well, actually he might not be able to because he's outside of 2, so I won't do that.
Okay.
So he's going to spend 1 for Cosmic Blast, and this is 5.
Okay.
And I will sap power for any wilds.
Yeah, he has no power anyways at this point in time.
Yeah.
Let's see what you get. Yeah, 2 hits. I need to do well. So that is 2 successes. So you have no crits or any way to change those?
No, I do not.
All right. So I take no damage. Because I got block and a wild at this point in time. And with second action with Red Skull is what?
Cosmic Cube Part 2.
On cap?
On cap.
All right. Let's see what you do. What you do?
Better roll this time, not better roll.
Let's see what I get. I need some successes here. There we go. There we go.
That'll do.
That will do. And even when I re-roll those 2, that's still 4 successes. So, yeah. Nothing.
Impotent Cosmic Cube.
That is the end of the round. So we go in the cleanup phase. You get rid of your dazed marker on Baron Zemo, as well as any damage, and flip them over to the injured side. I get first activation this turn because you activated last and you had priority. So go to me. Okay, so I think this round I got to start off with Cap, just because I think he needs to build up some power here. Do I? Do I do that? Yeah, I got to do Cap, I think. I got to do Cap. So first off, beforehand, I'm gonna use a disarm thing. Play a power from both Iron Man and Cap. And I'm going to use Disarm. So, unaffiliated is an active ability. So, when 2 allied characters are within range 3 of the same enemy character, the allied characters may spend 1 power each to play this card. The enemy characters roll 2 fewer dice on all attacks this round to a minimum of 1. So, basically, everybody within range 3 of Cap and Iron Man will be rolling 2 fewer dice.
Oh, that's all characters?
Yeah, it's all the enemy character. Okay, maybe I do. I think it's going to be Crossbones will be the enemy character, so he's going to be rolling 2 fewer dice this turn. Actually, yeah, it will be... it's going to be Baron Zemo, actually. Okay? They're both within range 3, so... I'm going to do is for his first action, actually, for Cap, I'm going to do a strike into Crossbones. That's a 5 dice range to attack, or strength to attack. And then any wilds allows me to do a push, and I gain power to the damage and such. So here we go. Come on, Cap, do good! That's good.
That's not bad.
3? I got 3. So you have 4 defense here, though. You got 2 with a crit, so you might take 1 damage, maybe.
And I will get a reroll.
Yes, you do get a reroll.
So resolving crits.
Resolve crits, yeah. Okay, so that's nothing. And then
reroll.
Yeah, your reroll.
That's nothing.
That's nothing. So you take 1 damage, I get 1 power.
I'm going to spend a power to make myself immune to pain and deny you that power.
Oh my goodness. Alright, he's going to strike again. For a second action. Come on, Cap. Gotta roll good here. Come on, roll good. Well, that's good if it was a block. Got 2 successes here, sir.
A crit and a wild.
Yeah. So you're gonna get 2 successes. I do have a wild myself, so if this character is size 2 or less, before damage is dealt, it may be pushed away from this character small. So I'm just gonna push him small away from this character. So where is it? Basically, let me see. So if it's like this, he's gonna be pushed like down towards the corner straight.
So he's just gonna touch the corner.
He's just gonna touch the corner, yeah, like so. And that is it for Cap. He gets no power out of that, which is not what I was hoping for, but that's okay. And what are you doing with Crossbones? You're gonna activate him next.
So Crossbones is gonna activate. He's going to spend 4 power to do a Haymaker on Captain America. That will add 3 dice to his roll.
Yep.
And then Baron Zemo is going to assist by spending a power. Crossbones will spend 1 power to use 1-2 punch, an unaffiliated card.
Yep.
When the active character targets an enemy character with an attack and the target character is within range 2 of another allied character, those allied characters may spend 1 power each to play this card, add 2 dice to the attack roll.
Correct. Okay. So it's like a
So this will be 10 dice.
Oh my goodness. Here you go, sir. Let's see what you get.
With 1 reroll.
Let's see what you get. Well, I see 4 crits and a wild. So that's 5 right now.
Oh, it's just 3 crits.
Oh, sorry. 3 crits. And a wild and
1
a
hit
success.
and a wild.
Yeah.
And so let's resolve these crits.
Yep. 3 crits. 3 crits.
Oh, sorry. Thank you. And that's another wild. So
yeah.
A hit and a wild. And I will re-roll this. Oh, actually, you got to do...
but just total it up and then we'll go from there. Another hit. So that's 8.
8 hits.
So I need to basically... What I need here is to have a whole bunch of successes. So I have
for all of the crits.
I need all crits here. Come on. All crits. All crits. All crits. Let's go. Well, that's 3. So I'll re-roll the crit. So you have 8 at this point in time. Mm-hmm. He's not dead. I have 1 damage left, which is good. Come on. There's 4. So he takes 4 damage, gains 4 power though. And he has 2 stamina left. All right, your second action, what are you doing?
It will be a strike and a haymaker.
Sounds good. It's 8 dice now, you said?
8 dice, because I don't have the extra 2.
I'm going to be using Vibranium Shield, which costs me 1 power. When this character is targeted by a physical or energy attack, you may add 2 dice to this defense roll. So I'm going to have 6 defense dice against you. All right, so I see 2...
1 crit.
3, yeah, 1 of each, basically.
A wild.
Oh, sorry.
Hit. So resolving the crit.
Yep. So nothing?
Nothing. And want me to do the reroll now?
Yeah. What is it range 2 of the reroll?
Yeah, within range 2.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, might as well. So 4. Okay, so I have 6 dice because I'm using my Vibranium Shield.
You need to soak it up.
Yep. And I get to add blanks to this too. So let's see what I can do. All right.
That's pretty good.
That's good. That's 5 right there. That's 5. So I take no damage from that. Iron Man's go. I'm gonna do a medium move, and literally I'm just gonna come up here, just beside Cap.
They're good butts.
Yeah, I'm gonna use Patch Up here, which allows me to spend. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna. Do I try to do something? Yeah, I'm gonna do. No. I'm gonna do Patch Up on him. So I'm gonna spend 3 power, and I'm gonna take away 3 damage from Captain America. Okay? So Patch Up is spent. And gone. So now he's back down to 1. Okay? So what Patch Up does, I should have said that. Choose a non-dazed allied character, and an allied character within range 2 of the chosen character may spend up to 5 power to play this card. Remove damage from the chosen character equal to the power spent in this way. So Iron Man spent 3 power to heal Captain America 3. Next, he's going to try to do a repulsor blast on Red Skull. So it's only 4 dice.
What's your
Okay.
energy? 3?
My energy is 3, but I'm going to spend 2 to redirect that to Baron Zemo.
Okay. What's his energy defense?
3
as well. Let's see. Come on, Iron Man. Roll well. That's good. 3 hits.
Alright. 3 dice with the reroll. Come on. That's
enough right there. Your dice rolling has been good. Alright, so that's my activation. So they both have went. So you have your second and third activation as well. We'll see what happens. Red Skull's first. What are you going to do with him?
He's going to spend 1 to Cosmic Blast Cap.
Okay.
He's going to roll 5 dice.
Yep.
Energy attack.
Got 4
hopefully
defense.
Get some wilds.
Yeah, I have 4 defense. I'm going to sit on that. I'm not going to...
1 reroll from my friend.
I'm not going to do it right now. No.
That's 3.
3 hits. Okay. And let's see what I get. I got 3 as well.
And I'm going to reroll this
from from Baron Zemo. Nothing. No damage. Take it. What are you going to do with Red Skull's second action, I wonder? We'll see. All right, what are you doing with Red Skull's second go?
Red Skull needs some power, so he's going to use the Cosmic Cube, so I have to roll 5 dice.
Yep.
For any skulls rolled, I will take a damage, but I will automatically get 3 power.
Okay.
So I'm going to take 2.
Oh, what does that put him at?
That puts him at 5.
Out of how many stamina?
Out of 6.
Oh my goodness.
He's hanging in there.
He is just hanging in there.
But he does have the power that he needs.
That's right. So he has 3 power. Cool. And that's a special ability. Doesn't take an action?
That does take an action.
Okay, so he's done then. So Baron Zemo is up next, Ian, and you have a -2 dice on all his attacks this turn because of the disarm.
So I'm going to check distance right now and see if I can use Sucker. So when this is an active ability, when 2 allied characters are within range 3 of the same injured enemy character, they may both spend any amount of power to play this card. The enemy character loses power equal to the total amount spent.
You are within range 3 with 2 of your models.
He's going to dump. They're each going to dump 2 power.
So what happens? I lose power.
You lose 2 power.
I lose 2 power. Okay. Okay, so I'm out.
Oh wait,
2
the
power.
total amount spent. Never mind.
Okay.
So I'm going to spend 3 and keep 1 on Baron Zemo.
Okay.
And you're going to lose all 3.
3 power. Okay. That's pretty handy.
Yeah.
Pretty handy. And then attack actions?
I can only really do my basic sword strike right now, so I'm going to try and do the thing.
Okay.
So it's going to be 3 dice, but I do get 1 reroll, which is okay.
And it's 3 dice because of my my disarm ability that I used on you earlier. So you have 3, I have 4, plus I get to add blanks to this. So you got 1.
1 crit.
And I got 2 blocks and a crit so far, and a blank, so I have 4 successes. So you can't even do it at this point in time.
My crit.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Okay. Second one. Okay. 1. Yeah. Yeah. So I would re-roll. Yeah. I have 3 plus another 1, so I have 4. So yeah, nothing. So that's the end. Cleanup phase. Nobody's dazed or injured or anything like that, right?
Nope.
Okay. So we'll...
Final round coming up.
Yeah, final round. Here we go. All right, so Iron Man's going to start off, and I'm going to try doing a repulsor blast up against Baron Zemo. Let's see what happens. 4 dice. Well, that's 2 crits.
I like that.
That's good. That's good. Good start. Solid. Got nothing. You got a reroll though, but I get 2 crit rerolls.
Oh, jeez.
4 damage.
Not looking good for Baron Zemo.
Cocked. Yeah. Whatever. It's a
Wild.
3 damage. So that's going to give me 3 power because of my strike ability. Bam. And he has how much stamina?
He has 5, so now he's down to 2.
Okay.
I'm going to use Counter Strike.
Okay.
With 2, I gained 3. So
absolutely. Whatever. I would too. And now you're looking for crits
dice.
and wilds?
Crits and wilds.
Crits and wilds. Let's see what happens. Crits and wilds. Crits and wilds. Nothing. You know how it feels because Black Widow did the exact same thing. Okay, so I then am going to do, I think, I'm going to do a homing rocket, which is 5 dice, up against Baron Zemo again, paying 2 power. and then I'm hoping for a wild in this.
Energy attack again, or is this physical?
This is physical.
Okay.
So you have
same thing.
Yeah. So range 2. They're both within range 2 of Baron Zemo. So this is what I'm hoping for. Come on, come on. Let's see what happens. Wilds. Well, that's pretty good.
Wow.
I have 2 crits and 2 hits so far.
All right. Come on, crits.
You got a block and a wild. That's good.
Crits.
Okay. So I'm gonna re-roll 2 of these for the crits.
And I can't
I
re-roll
have 4.
skull.
That's right. It's failure. So I have 4 successes so far compared to your 2. There's 5 successes, so 3 more damage on him. So that incapacitates Baron Zemo, and he's taken out. I should have done Friday AI on Iron Man, because like if I rolled 2 extra dice, it would have been nothing anyway. So, but yeah, hey, I was searching for a wild there, just so I could do splash damage. But anyhow, enough with Iron Man, because he's done.
So Crossbones going to try once again to punch Cap.
Cap? You're gonna punch Cap? How many dice is this?
This is a 5-die attack.
Just a basic strike?
Just standard strike.
Okay, I have 4 dice.
Need some power.
Yep, I hear you. Well, I got 1 crit.
A bunch of nothing.
Yeah, and I got, well, that's 3.
Yeah.
So you're not doing anything at that point in time. Okay.
Well, guess what?
Strike again?
Might as well try and strike again.
Absolutely.
Can't use any of my cards right now.
Yeah. Woo!
Let's roll better.
You got 1 hit.
1.
Let's see what I get. There's 3 successes.
Oh, you damn blanks.
With my blanks. The blanks. So you
That's super
soaked
powerful
up
because that essentially gives you
everything
like,
but your failure and your hits.
Yeah.
So there's 2 hits and there's 1 failure. So you have 5 out of 8.
3.
Yeah.
Or sorry,
5 out of 8. Yeah.
Chance.
Well, Captain's gonna be going next. Guess who he's going after?
Crossbones?
No. Well, maybe. I'm gonna go after Red Skull. First action for Cap is gonna be a shield throw up against Red Skull. Yeah, Red Skull, that's right. And he is within range. Awesome. So ignores cover and line of sight. So let's see. It's 4 dice. Range 4. You're definitely within range 4. Come on, Cap. Roll well. That's 2 successes so far with a crit.
More.
Yeah. You have a crit as well. Let's see what my crit goes to. Turns into another hit. So that's 3 successes. And that's a wild. So you take 1 damage, and that does incapacitate him, I think, does it not?
Yeah, unfortunately. Okay. And there's no way to shrug that off right now.
No, there's not.
So that's the end of the round.
Well, I'm going to do my other action. Just a second action to try. I'm going to try knocking out Crossbones with a strike. So here we go. 5 dice, basic strike. I didn't get a wild, so I couldn't ricochet is what I was hoping for. 5 dice up against Crossbones. Physical. Bam! Look at that. 2 crits and a hit. Or a wild and a hit, sorry. Oh, that's
1
good.
defense, 1 crit.
Okay, so I have 4 successes so far. These are my crit rerolls. So that's 5. So you got 3, so you take 2 damage. And that does not knock him out, eh?
It does not.
All right. So that goes to the end of round number 4, and that's the conclusion of this game and battle report. So we're going to come back with the after action report next. Welcome, guys, to the after action report. You just saw the match between my Cap, Iron Man, and Black Widow up against your Baron Zemo, Crossbones, and Red Skull. Ian, first time out with Marvel Crisis Protocol. What is your thoughts?
I really enjoyed it. I think it's flavorful. It kind of captures the spirit of the comics and tabletop.
Yes.
And I like the way that it builds. And as you take more damage, it means you're getting more energy. It gives you a bigger toolbox.
That's right.
So it still feels like you have a chance.
You're never truly out.
Yes.
Like, look at Cap when you knocked him out.
He just... yeah, it just made him rally even harder.
Much better.
And made him almost impossible to deal with.
Yeah, yeah. So, highlights of this match for you. What do you think?
I would say that initial all of the crits roll was a good way to get things going.
You had 8 successes, I think. Was that the one that you're talking about?
Yeah, and I think basically that shifted the power dynamic for a while and made you play a little more defensively.
Yes.
But I wasn't well positioned to take advantage of it at the time.
Yeah.
But then I think just the Haymaker, getting to throw 10 dice
is huge.
With the addition of that card was really fun.
Yeah.
Even though it didn't turn into a lot of hits,
turned into
But
4.
it
That's
felt
still
like
significant.
It felt like it was enough to take out Cap at the time, but
Yeah,
he's just so good.
He's so good when he's flipped over with the I can do this all day. Like,
what about you?
I don't know, man. That ricochet shot, I love that. That was just like, that is awesome. Like, I love that, playing that tactic card. It was fantastic. Cap is a beast. Like, super good. Like, he is the centerpiece of the team. You know, like, whatever team he's going to be on, he's going to be your centerpiece.
Yeah,
he's
I think the combination of like his leadership ability and when he's injured, like just his defense abilities are fantastic.
Yeah, so like,
and with bodyguard,
what is the is it bodyguard and then vibranium shield? Like, I get to add 2 defense dice to any of my rolls, and then the bodyguard's like, oh, you're going to attack them? No, I'm going to jump in the way, because that's what Cap does, is protects his people.
He's a decent tank.
He's a leader. Yeah, and that's what he did. Didn't put in a ton of damage, but like, definitely tanked a ton. Like, it was super, super good. Black Widow, for this type of scenario that we played, because we were just playing a basic game, no actual objectives, it's not her style of play. I think she's more like an objective grabber, stuff like that. She can't take a ton of damage, and like, she was right in the fray up against Crossbones. You know what I mean? That's not where you want her. So, Iron Man, I was hoping that you would have flipped him over to the other side, because I wanted to unibeam you so bad.
I was just worried about the amount of resources it was going to take to get him there.
Yeah.
Just because of his invincible Iron Man trait.
That's right.
He's consistently reducing damage. Does he have to pay power for that, or is it just innate?
It's always just innate.
It's like he's a better Crossbones. Crossbones can do it with the use of power, but he just does it automatically. So I would have to throw a ton of dice at him to whittle him down. And there were softer targets.
There's definitely softer targets. And so I think the highlights of this game is already hit the nail on the head. So, and when I say this game, not this game that we just played, but this game as a whole.
The system.
The system, exactly. It definitely captures the flavor of the comics, and specifically captures the flavor of the characters. Like, when I'm playing Captain America, like I said earlier, that is Cap. You know what I mean? Like, him blocking people, leading his troops and all that stuff, that is what he does. Iron Man blasting people, guess what he does? You know what I mean? And that ricochet, just like even in the movies, seeing them do it and stuff, it was just like, oh my goodness, so good. Like,
and that's why I didn't want to get Red Skull in the middle of the fray, because it doesn't seem like a very Red Skull thing to do. He always gets like punched in the jaw when it happens. So keep him back, let him manipulate things.
I was trying to punch him in the jaw,
and like, knocking him back out of that, like, it crippled the team basically, because I wasn't able to maximize his abilities.
That's right.
And I wasn't able to keep the damage off him either.
I think I had to focus at one point, like Baron Zemo, for your team that you were using. Baron Zemo, like, if I was playing and brought a roster of 10 guys, I think I would always include Baron Zemo, A, because of his movement, B, because his ability to affect other people within
Master Strategist was fantastic.
So good.
He wants to be in the middle of things, but he can also disengage if it gets too hot.
That's right.
But you can always pull him back to where he's still useful for the people in the front line.
And it's a ton of damage dealing, or a ton of potential damage output. Like, Crossbones is great because he builds up to it, but it's sort of like he's like that slow, like, volcano eruption. It's coming to a peak.
Needs
you know
the momentum.
That's right. That's right.
And once he has momentum, he just unleashes it, but then you have to build him back up again.
That's right. Where Zemo is like constant, I think, and the maneuverability and everything. I think
because he just needs a couple of with 2 power on him, you can do a host of things.
Oh yeah.
Either make him play reactively, or have him dance in, do a little bit of extra damage, and then get out of the way.
That's it. It's awesome. We didn't see too much of like picking up terrain and throwing it in this game because our characters didn't have it. There was some pushes and stuff and throws from like Crossbones and pushes from like Iron Man and everything with his repulsor blast. So we didn't see a lot of that, but I think we definitely highlighted a lot of what this game has to offer, and it's super, super fun. Like, I love the system. I love the feel of it. Being a big Marvel Comics fan, you know, it's right up my alley. Right up my alley. So it's I'm excited for future releases and stuff, and I can't wait to see what they do, like when I get Hulk and MODOK and see what I can do with them and stuff. So I think that would be super awesome. Super, super awesome.
This to me feels like classic Kirby style comics, where it's like very action oriented, but then there's some depth to the characters as well.
Yeah, no, it's definitely. I'm looking forward to other community sort of events that Atomic Mass Games is doing. So they're going to have raids for this style of game where you have like one major boss and you have 2 guys teaming up on that third person, and so like like Thanos or Hulk, maybe when he's freaking out, who knows? But they also like community events that they're doing. They're doing, I think it's is it initiation event right now, or will be when the game comes out, and it's like basically it's like a slow grow league and stuff like that. And like, so instead of focusing on tournaments, they're focusing, not that they're not going to do tournaments, that's not what I mean, it's just their focus is on growing the community and stuff like that. It's more about having fun and playing, and then going out and just, well, being a jerk and curb stomping somebody, right? So but yeah,
well, I think the way the game is tailored, it mitigates that kind of play.
Yeah, well, because you're not ever truly out of the game. Like when you knocked both Black Widow and Cap into the day section, I'm like, no, here we go. I was like, yeah, I'm done. But then Cap just dug in there, and well, we saw what happened. It was great. So, well, Ian, thank you very much, dude. I appreciate it. It was awesome. Thank you for painting the evil guys for those boxes as well. So
they were a blast.
They're super fun. I love the details on them. Super fun to play and paint and put together. I got to finish the scatter terrain here, but that will be coming very, very soon. Got to do the Daily Bugle and 2 cars. I think that is all I have left at this point in time. I got to figure out how to make garbage bags though, because those garbage bags in some of the pictures look super awesome. But guys, if you haven't yet, check out our Patreon link down below. It allows us to continue doing what we're doing here on Blackfyre Productions. Also, please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, ignite your hobby.